Okay, so now we're going to actually start making it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to deal with the login form. So I've got a new form. I'm going to just add things to it. So I'm going to add 2 text boxes because I want somewhere to put my username and I want somewhere to put my password. Like that. I'm going to make them a little bit bigger. This shouldn't be new to you. You're used to doing this. And then we'll add labels, telling them what they are. Copy, I'm just copying and pasting. And I want a button. Like that. Pretty simple. So this one is going to say username. It's going to be LBL username. This one is going to be password and it'll be LBL password. Then change it to password. Like that. TXT username. So I'm not going to put any text in it. I'm just going to call it TXT username. Like that. And I'll do the same for this one. This will be TXT password. And then my button, I'm going to put BTN login as the name. Like that. And then I'm going to change the actual text of it to login. Like that. And I'm done. So it looks kind of boring. You can do the prettifying. I'm not going to bother with the prettifying because I'm just going to show you the functionality. But make sure you make it pretty. Make sure you add colours, things like that. But for now, I'm just going to leave it like that. So I'm going to double click on my login button to open up my code, and this is where I start coding. So the first thing I need to do is I need to create almost, you can do it 2 ways. You can create them as a variable or you can just basically create them as you go through, and I'm going to do them as I go through because it's easier. So can I zoom in a little bit? Yeah, if I zoom in a little bit it might make it easier. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to use an if statement to make sure there is text in the text boxes because I don't want anything to be left blank. So if txt username dot text equals blank or, so we're using or buttons. To get this, we press shift and it's the, not that one, shift and the button next to shift, like that. It's hard to show you, but it's like, it's got like a slash and then a straight line. It's next to Z, so you're going to press shift and that button. And then txt, so if txt username or txt password dot text equals oh, I know why. I forgot my double equals. Like that. There we go. Okay, so if it equals that, then we're going to go, and I want, oh, I need another label. I need to put another label on, reminded me. So I need to add another label here, and I'm going to call it LBL error. Ignore the voice. So this one will be LBL error, like that. So now we're ready. I'm not going to put any text into it. So I'm going to flip back to here, and I'm going to go, if there's nothing in it, I want my LBL error dot text to show username or password field has been left empty. Okay, so that's saying that if nothing is entered into either of them, then basically we've got an error. So let's just see if I can make my life easier. Yeah, there we go. So create an error message in the label to state there is one or both text boxes empty. So that's that bit. Next bit, we need to go else if, don't need that one just yet. So now we need to say that if txt username dot text is equal to, and this is where you set your password, your username. So I'm setting mine to admin. Oh, it's double equals, isn't it? Not, yeah, it is double equals. I'm setting mine to admin user 45 with an exclamation mark. And so we need to make sure we use the and function, this one. Txt password dot text equals, I'm going to put fridge 23 exclamation mark. Okay, so if that equals that, I want another message. Actually, no, I need to do something. So I need to click onto here where it says Windows Forms. This is really important. Click on Windows Forms and I need to add new item. Okay, that might take a couple of times for you to go through. And I just want another Windows form. Instead of calling it Form 2, I'm going to call it EPOS. Okay, click Add. So that will add me a new form. Okay, there. So I just need to go back to my code for a second. Rewatch that if you need to, just to get it. You're going to be doing a couple of these anyway, but just make sure you're at this stage. So you're going to say that if the credentials are correct. So let me check I actually press record. Yeah. If the credentials are correct, okay, you want to hide the login form. Okay, so this is the first step we're going to do. So we've got this dot hide, like that. Okay, so we're going to hide the login form. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to create a new object for the form so we can open the form with the pizzas on it. So we're going to create a new open the EPOS form. So the way we do that is we go, so what's the form called? So it's, oh, I don't like it there. Let's just put it there. Right, so we need to go EPOS. And I'm going to call it F1 equals new EPOS. Like that. Okay? That's the most complicated bit you'll get. And then the next stage is we're going to use that F1 to open it. So we're going to open the form and show it to the user. So we'll go F1 dot show dialog, like that. Okay? So you've literally just created a new form and you've opened a new form, if these are correct. And the last thing we need to do else. So if all of these, if you get to this and it's everything is filled in and you get to here but the username and password doesn't match, we need a failsafe. So we need something to say that the username and password is wrong. So in our error, so we've got LBL error, oh, double L, LBL error dot text equals, and we're going to put incorrect username or password, if I can spell. Please try again. Okay, and then I've got hiccups, put your semicolon on there, and then you need to comment this. So all you're saying is that you're going to create an error message telling the user that username or password is incorrect. So now's the hard part, we have to actually test it. So if I run it, this should work. We'll just cross everything because this is me. So my username is admin user, just move that out the way. Admin user 45 exclamation mark, password fridge 23 exclamation mark. So this is right, should be. Perfect, that works. Let's test it again and make sure the rest of it works. So now we can just put any, so leave it blank for now. So we've got an error saying username or password field has been left empty. Put some at random in that they don't match. Perfect. Login screen done. So if we just go back to the many Word documents I've got open, it's not that one. It's like the many of them. Is it that one? Yeah. So we've just done that one and that one. Okay, so now we're here. So all we have to do this one is literally just say collection only. We can just put collection only. We don't have to have a delivery service. So that's that bit. Now let's go back to here, and I want to open up my EPOS. Now this is going to be my main form, so it's going to need to be a little bit bigger. So let's just make it a bit bigger. I don't care how big it is as long as everything fits. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to actually make it look okay. So I'm going to be using, I'm not going to do every single button, remember. You're going to do some work yourself. So I'm going to scroll down, I'm going to have a look on here what I need to do. So the first thing I need to do is create a title. So Bob's Menu. Let's call it Bob's Eatery. So you know how to do this. Label. You can make it look pretty. I'm really not. LBL title, I called that one, and this one is going to be... How do you spell eatery? That is a weird word. Is it up here somewhere? Oh, E-R-Y. Exactly as you thought it'd be spelled. Like that. So I'm just going to make it look a bit bigger. This is where I spent hours just looking at fonts. I downloaded a load of new ones. I want that one. Probably can't see that, but you know. Make it 28. Let's go 36. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Right, so now I need to look at what all of my items are. Now you're going to need to create a button for every single item. Okay, so we scroll down here and look at what we've got. So pepperoni, you've got your burgers as well. So this is where it gets fun. So I'm going to put this onto my other screen so that I can see both screens at the same time. And I'm going to go to Toolbox and I'm going to create a button. Now I'm also going to do something, and I think it's called Group By. I've not actually Group Box. So if you see on here, you can see that they're all got a title above them, so they've all got like pizza, things like that. So let me just put that up here again. I'm going to create something called a Group Box. So a group box, I shouldn't have done that. A group box groups them together. So this is, I'm going to call it GPBX, and I'm going to call it pizzas. Okay. Oh, I've put it in the wrong one. We'll call it pizzas. Like that. And then, actually it looks better without this S. And then I'm going to call it here Group Box 1. Now again, you can make it look pretty, you can make it look however you want. I'm just going to change the font again. I'm not going to use that font at the top because I would like that to be just my title. Quite like that one. Put it at 16. Yeah, that'll cope with life. So now, if I remember rightly, yeah, you put your buttons inside the boxes. So they get everything basically, so they get the same font as that. You should be able to change that though. Like if I change the sizing of that, yeah. So this is just pizzas, so I can make my box as big as I want. I'm going to try and make it like long ways so that everything fits in, because I only really need a couple of pizzas. I am going to move it up though because I don't like it down there like that. So button 1, so I'm going to change it to BTN, and this one I think I'm going to have it as pepperoni. So BTN pepperoni, get your spelling right as well. And then on my actual button 1, I'm going to have pepperoni. Now you might not have the same fonts that I've got. I've got a few different fonts. I installed a few. And then I'm just going to add a new toolbox, new button even. That would help. Button. There we go. I'm going to drop it into there. I'm going to try and make it the same size. And actually, can I do it this way? Can I make it easier for life? Yes, you can copy and paste buttons. That makes life so much easier. So this one is not pepperoni. This one is ham and pineapple. Like that. So this button is going to need to be a little bit bigger. There we go. And this one needs to be, so I've bun ham and pineapple. I need to change it from BTN, if I can locate it. There we go. So it's BTN, ham and pineapple. Like that. Next one is cheese. So this one, yeah, done it in the wrong one. So it's BTN cheese, like that, and then up here I will change it to cheese. And then veggie, oh no, meat feast next. Like that, and then I'll change it down here, you get the idea. Ignore the guinea pig. Like that. Veggie deluxe. Have we done enough? Might do a couple more. I'll do this one. BTN veggie. And then we'll change it up here. Deluxe. And then this one is hot. Apparently it's hot. And then BTN hot. Chicken and sweet corn. We'll do 2 more, make it match, and then I'm gonna leave that for that, and you're gonna do the rest. So this one's BTN. I'm just gonna put BTN chicken and sweet corn like that. And then up here, like that. That needs to be a bit bigger. Yeah, see, I'm getting annoyed now. Let's, if we do move my buttons like that, make them the same. That fits. Almost the same size. This is where OCD kicks in. Then you just make the box bigger. Make sure it looks nice as well, like don't just leave your buttons all different sizes. And then the last one that I'm going to do for this is just chicken. And we'll call this one BTN just chicken. Right, you've got loads to do. You've got like 4 more pizzas, you've got sides to do, you've got desserts to do, all of that stuff. But for now, I'm leaving it at this. Right, so the next thing. So once you've done all your interfaces, you've got all your buttons and everything, we need to actually do some coding. So the way we do this is if I... if I double click on a random button, just a random button, if I remove that, is this going to do that weird thing where it deletes everything? Yeah, thought it would. So let's go back, Control and Z. We'll keep it in, we'll just forget about it. So, first thing you need to do is in this section here, you need to create something called a public variable. So if it's public, it means you can use it on any part of your program. So you don't have to just use it in between these event handlers, you can use them anywhere. So I'm going to call it decimal, and I'm going to set it as total, and I'm going to give it the value of 0, like that. Okay, so here I'm just going to put create a global, it's a public variable, but global is the same thing, to hold running total of all items. Okay. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to create a dictionary. So I need to create a dictionary to actually store all my items in there. So it's easier to do than an array. So create a dictionary. So this is the code for a dictionary, you can call it whatever you want. So it's ID dictionary like that. And I need a bracket there, string, because that is the name. So we're going to be using the name of the pizza to identify it. So that's why we're using string, and then we're using decimal because we want to store the price as well. And then I'm going to call it dict equals new dictionary, like that. And then string again and decimal, like that. And then I'm going to close it. So you're creating a new dictionary to store the name of the pizza and the price of the pizza in a dictionary called dict, and again string and decimal. So that's that bit. Okay, now in here we are actually going to store all the information and prices, and the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to call my dictionary like that, dot add, and then the first one is pepperoni, like that. Okay, and that's my string sorted. Next is my price. So my price is 7. And I'm putting M at the end to declare it's money. Done. So I've added my pepperoni pizza, which is here, to my dictionary. Now it won't do anything just yet. We need to keep doing this. So the easiest way to do it, just copy and paste it like that. Now I don't know how many I've got. Next one, ham and pineapple. Like that. You'll see what happens to this in a second. Now the prices are on the menu. I'm just looking at the menu as I go through. Next one, just cheese. And the price of that one is 3.50. The next one is Meat Feast. And that one is £8. And then next one, let me double check. Cheese Meat Feast, it's Veggie Deluxe. Veggie Deluxe. Next one is Hot. I think I stopped at just chicken, didn't I? Like that. So I think that covers all of mine. Yeah, so you'll have a lot more than me, okay, and all you do is keep adding them on. Now if you really want to, you can do something called commenting, and you can do pizzas like that, and then you could do all your pizzas, have another one for burgers, just to make it look better. But that's where we're at for now. So now I've done that, I need to go back to here. So I've dealt with this for now. This is sorted. I need to add another button called a logout. Oh no, why am I typing logout? Button. That's what I need in life. And I'm going to put that up there, and I'm going to use that as my logout button. Now, I won't add functionality to that just yet. So logout, and I'm going to call it btn logout. Okay. So the next thing I need is a list box. Now you're used to these, we've done these a few times. So list box, if I can type just one L. List box, there we go. Now this is, I'm going to put this over here. It's up to you where you put them, but for now mine's just going here. So this list box is going to store all the items. So if you press pepperoni, I want it to write pepperoni in the price in this list box. So this is going to be called LST order. Okay, LST order, and I'm not going to put anything in it just yet. I want another button, so I'm just going to steal this one. And this is going to be my delete item button. BTN delete. I always end up with a capital. That's it, BTN delete, and then I'm going to just go up. And instead of calling it logout, if I can locate it, there we go, I want to call it delete. Like that. Going to change the font. Not happy with it, we'll change it. Let's see what other weird fonts I've got installed. That one's weird. You want to try and keep to the same fonts though. I'm going to put it at 12 like that, and that one's going to be delete. Next one, I'm going to copy and paste it, and this one is going to be called delete all. So this is delete single item. This one's going to be delete all. I might actually change what I've called it. So btn delete all. Oh, don't do that. Delete like that. And then like that. So delete all. Make that a bit bigger. There we go. So the next thing I need is another button that says total. So again, I've copied it. I'm just going to put that in the middle. And this one is going to be total. I always end up with a double L. btn total, like that. Done. So I need some radio buttons. So I need to go to radio button. I'm going to put one there. I'm going to copy and put another one there. And I'm going to copy and put another one there. So I have 3 of them. Now I don't like the font, so we'll just see if we can do it all together. We should be able to. Now in my luck we won't be able to. So I'm going to stick to that. I think it was an M, wasn't it? That one, yep. I'm going to put them all to 12, click OK. Yay! And I'm going to put them there, and I'm just going to space them out a little bit. Now the reason I'm using radio buttons is because you can only have one checked at a time. Whereas if I used what the other check boxes, you can have more than one, and we only need one because we can only have student discount. We can only have student discount or worker employee discount. So this is going to be, it's a radio button, so it's rad student discount. This one is going to be rad employee. Let's do staff discount, it's easier to write. Staff discount. And I'm going to change it up here. And then this one is going to be no discount. And it's going to be rad no discount. Okay. So now I need a fair few labels. So I need to potentially make this bigger because I've made my elements bigger. So if I just move that down a bit and then come down here, move it again. Okay. Right, so I need some labels. This is going to be total. So I'm going to go against the grain and I'm not actually going to label it anything. So I'm going to leave it as label 1 and then in here I'm going to put total. Like that. If I can get rid of the extra L here. Alright, and then I'm going to copy it, paste it. This one is going to be called VAT. I'm going to paste it again. This one is going to be called discount. And then I'm going to have one more. And I'm going to call that one total amount due. Okay. So again, I'm just going to change these so that they are that weird font that I can never say the name of, and 12. Okay. Oh, where's everything disappeared to? Everything just suddenly gone. Oh, because it's gone off screen, that's why. What is my zoomage? Can I zoom it out? No. My screen is so tiny. Right, I tell you what, just for the purposes of this video, I'm going to push everything super close together. Now I know you're going to have it different. Have I lost everything? No, it's still over here, isn't it? Right, so I'm going to select everything that I can see for now. I'm just going to move it all over there. And then I'm just going to go down here. Watch me not be able to locate the bottom bits. I'll just add them. I can move those. Is that it? I've got one more on a... Don't do this. Right, leave that for now. And then I'm just going to bring those in. And I'm going to actually just make it smaller. Like that. Right, so put that up there, put that up there. If I click on that, they all should move. Yep. Well, I don't know why it's suddenly gone like gigantic. And I actually don't like that that button is super large. That's better. Right, let's do the same with this. I think I know why it's done that. Am I missing anything? I am, but we'll re-add them. So, I've got staff discount, I need one for student discount. Then I have another one that needs to be called so, and then I've got total, so I need total VAT, so total VAT, I need another one that says discount, and I need another one that says total amount due, and then we are back to where we were before the incident. Okay, so right, I'm going to add labels here, here, and I'm just going to change them so they're actually going to become LBL total, and it's going to have no text in it. This one is going to be, if I can locate it, there we go, LBL VAT, and it's going to have no text in it. I'm going to have another one called, they're still there, they're still there, they've just got no text. I'm going to call this one, no text in it, I want to call it LBL discount. And then you want another one, and this one wants to be LBL amount due, and then we'll take the text out of that one as well. Right, so we're all set up. So, oh wait, I lost all my buttons, didn't I? Do I even have those buttons anymore? Oh well, I'll re-add them. So, button. Oh, I know what I did wrong. Right, so this is going to be delete item. I'm going to call it BTN delete item, without the capitals obviously. And then I want another button that's going to be delete all. I've already got one named it. call it everything, delete everything. And then I'm going to call it up here, delete all. And then I want one more that is total. I'm going to call that BTN. Yeah, I thought I had one. BTN total. Totally, we'll go for that. Right, so if we run it, obviously we're going to have to put his username and password in. I'm going to test my brain here. Admin user 45, I think, and then fridge 23. Oh, login. Yes. So this is what it looks like. It's very basic. I haven't included everything, but this is where we're at. Now I'm going to leave this one here because for here you've created the login and you've created, hopefully, the rest of it. So remember, this is just me showing you how to start it. So you need to go back and let me open up this. You need to go and create sections and buttons for every single thing of here. Okay, so I've just done pizzas and I haven't finished them. You've got all these to do. I've still got all of these to do and still got these to do. So before you go on to the next video, you need to make your EPOS system, so this screen here, have all of these buttons on, okay, and all of these sections, like the group boxes and things, plus all of this. And then you also need to make sure that in your code, not that one, this one, you have added this for every single one, okay? Now off camera I'm going to do that, but I'm not going to do it on camera, so when you come back to the next video you'll see what I mean. But before you actually start the next bit of coding, you need to make sure you've done all of that, okay? I'll see you in the next one.